Members, the Assembly now resumes. May I now call upon the mover of the motion to respond to the issues raised and to wind up the debate. The Honourable Member for Woolly East.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I just want to thank all those who have participated in this debate. The member for Kiang West started, and he was asking whether the IGP has actually implemented the redeployments. Yes, what we met the IGP, and he has promised that all these queries that we are talking about will be addressed. And actually, we know that there is a lot of change in Woolly East regarding animal rustling after our engagement with the IG, the new IG. So I believe he has made some adjustments there, to my own knowledge, even though he did not say that to the committee, but I know. Because for example, the adversely mentioned person at Sarangai was transferred to CRR, from that whole region to CRR. Whether that is the best thing to do or not, well, that's another matter, but he has been removed from there. The other recommendation we made to him when we met him was they must have a policy on posting of police officers. Because if we post a police officer or we post police to different regions and they've been there for 15 years, they come to accept some of the things that are happening there. They come to understand the terrain, the local community, so much so that, they will not be able to do certain things when it comes to law enforcement. So our recommendation was for them to look at the posting policy, or come up with one if they don't have, so that people don't overstay in those places. They could be removing them and bringing new people. There are advantages and disadvantages to that anyway, but that was discussed. So the member for just one was asking what the IGP could do to the adversely mentioned. Well, those are some of the recommendations that we've made. If you look at the recommendations, we are saying the IG should really create a task force to study, to find out. The minister asked them to do that, to create a task force to go and find out everything about this stealing of animals, and then give him a recommendation. But that was not done, and I still believe that that was not done. But the IG promised at the time that they would do everything. So I believe that the committee that is responsible for defense maybe should engage the IG to ensure that some of these recommendations are implemented. Now, these are all cross-cutting issues that people have been raising. Why can't the police study the GLMA Act? Yes, it has already been stated in the report that the GLMA Act, a representative of the GLMA went to the police station, met all of them, and put them through. But because of their reluctance, they don't want to implement the GLMA Act for their own reason best known to themselves. But it's not lack of knowledge. They have the Act because he has given them the Act, and they are insisting on having a memorandum of understanding. I don't know why they need the memorandum of understanding. Every law that is made in this country should be enforced. And I said it here one time, I said it looks like the police are picking as to which law to enforce and which one not to enforce. So that's the same thing they are doing in this case. They should enforce every law. If you look at even the laws that we've made here relating to early marriage, all those laws relating to environment, they have not been enforcing them. You can see that people will be burning wires in villages, in Lusumbala, other places, and you will see plume of smoke, very poisonous, toxic smoke, but no one will say anything. You will take a car from here to Serakunda and you will see somebody blowing a lot of, smoke. The police will not stop that person and say, it's not supposed to do this. So, and they are supposed to enforce all those laws. So, yes, I agree with the government member who is saying Gajiko should not continue. We told him not to continue, and he insisted that he would continue because he had the backing. Whether you want to say it or not, he has the backing of the police. The police are not ready to enforce the Jelma Act. If you don't enforce the Jelma Act, enforce it on Gajiko or anybody else. The Jelma representative told the police that we have revoked this man's license. But the police are saying we don't recognize the revocation of the license. So the man is operating because every time he is reported to the police, nothing comes out of it. Even if they take the case to court, they will refuse to investigate the case. And if they don't investigate the case, they will not have evidence, the right evidence, and they will go to court without evidence. What do you expect the court to do? The court will release the culprits. So that has been the practice. And it is that frustration that compelled the community to eventually, after exhausting all the remedies, they could not get justice. They decided to come to the National Assembly. The Nyamina member was saying that the community does not support them in there. Yes, the community went to a state where they got frustrated. And it's like the cooperation between them and the police is no more there. Because the recommendation that was given to the Interior Minister was to instruct the police so that they can have a community policing. They can put the association through so that they will understand exactly what their role is as a community, and then just do that and stop there. Because if you don't tell them that they would go to other levels, we can create other problems for law enforcement. Lapses in the UR are there, yes. The lapses are there. The police, whether we like it or not, the police have said that they are benefiting from the adversely mentioned person. He says he gives them meat, and even one of the commissioners, it was said that they receive meat from him, but they don't see that to be an inducement. So they keep on getting those benefits. But I know, whether we like it or not, the benefits are more than just the meat. And that's why they could not do anything to this person. Somebody said that there is no evidence against Gajiko in our report. We don't want to say that there is evidence against him. We just made the report, get information from all the people, and you hear what they have said. But it is the police who should investigate these matters, get to the bottom of the facts, press charges, take the matter to court. That is what they are not doing. So it's the whole petition is about police in action. So it's the police that are not acting. They are not doing their job. That's what we should focus on. The petitioners are calling on us to investigate that why the police are not acting. And the police, it has been clear that the police are not acting. They are not doing their job. So if they are not doing their job, what should happen? We should make them to do their job. Combo is, yes, those are the lapses, some of the lapses. The police are definitely not doing their job. Foni Kansala, the cries of the people in general are ignored. Yes, citing the chief. The chief had done everything. He even came up to the Interior Minister's office and complained this there. But the Interior Minister also instructed the police to create a task force to investigate this. He told us in the report that up to the time we meet him, more than 2 years, there was no report given to him by the police. So there, we must be able to look at this thing closely, because section 178 establishes the police. And it says there that we need to give them all the tools for them to do their job. Honorable Speaker, with your permission, 178(1), there shall be a police force of the Gambia of which the
178(1) of what?
178(1) of the Constitution, 1997 Constitution, says there shall be a police force of the Gambia of which the Inspector General of Police shall be the head. So it's like it's not the Ministry of Interior which is the head of the police, but it's the Inspector General of Police. And 2 is saying the police force shall be equipped and maintained to perform its traditional role of maintaining law and order and such other functions as may be prescribed by an act of the National Assembly. So the National Assembly is also given role to look into this whole situation and improve it. Come up with other areas there. 3, no party or authority shall raise any other police force. But 180, Honorable Speaker, is saying something that is in our purview. That is, there shall be a police council whose composition, functions, and powers shall be prescribed by an act of the National Assembly. And up to now, from 1997 to now, the police council has not been established. So maybe that is something that we have to look at, to create a police force. Because if the the Interior can direct them to do something, but they will not do, maybe we need a police council that will actually look into all these things and then direct the police to what they are supposed to do. I think that'll be one other answer. Yes, somebody was talking about Senegalese security. It has been here, it's written here, that the community, they are dealing with both the Gambian police and the Senegalese. But when something is reported to the Senegalese police, they arrest, they take the matter straight to the courts and they are dealt with. In fact, the Senegalese law, it looks like it's a bit different from the Gambian law. When these people arrest you in Senegal, they take you straight to prison, and then later on they can arraign you before the courts and then deal with you. But in Gambia, there is a number of days, 72 hours. Beyond that, you must either take the person to court or you release the person. So there are little differences. But they see proactivity with the Senegalese security than with the Gambians. Yes, member for Sami, where is Gaji?
Sorry, honorable member for Woole East.
Yes.
Section 180.
180 of the Constitution.
Yeah, the police council.
Yes.
It seems as you said there is enactment to create it.
Yes.
What about the Act number 6 of 2001 that is there?
Act number 2002?
In small italics, just small letters underneath 180, just before 181, in brackets, Act number 6 of 2001.
Act number 6 of 2001. Yes, that is not under the police council. That is before. That's written under 178(2).
Yeah, that one. Those are deletions. That act came to delete those ones.
Yes.
But this one, there is no deletion.
This one, there is there is a deletion on the 179, but there is no deletion.
This is what I'm saying.
There is Act number 6 of 2001.
If you look at 179, there is nothing.
No.
It means that act has deleted that one.
Okay.
That's why there is nothing on 179.
There is one, yeah.
Now 180 is there.
Yes.
But 180 did not talk about deletion. It made reference to act number 6 of that. What I'm asking is, was that act not the act that created the council? That reference act. All right, you can find out.
Check, but I don't believe, I think from our engagement there was no police council established. But we can check.
Yeah, you can just find out.
I'm just saying we can check, and if there is that gap, then we have to fill the gap. It is our responsibility now. That's what they are telling us. Yes. Where is Amadou Gajiko? Somebody was asking. Adversely mentioned. Well, from 2001, when we were doing this inquiry to now, Amadou Gajiko is implicated. 2021. He was implicated in a murder case, and he's in remand. He's on the trial for murder. So that's why he is with 2 other people, allegedly murdering somebody in his own village. So that's where he is now. Yeah, so if you go to Wuldi now, there is no cattle theft. There is hardly any cattle theft now. No, hardly any cattle theft. So, sedimentary, yes. How did Gajiko find the 13 animals? Yes, he said he searches for them. But you see, the whole problem with Gajiko is that he is the leader. And because he's the real leader, people believe that, they are the ones taking the cattle. And therefore, if you cannot confront him, because if you confront them, what they do is they target you. Once you mention that, you complain about cattle theft, and they hear you complaining and you are a cattle owner, they go and seize all your cattle and take them across the border. So everybody is afraid of him. They are totally afraid of him because even at one time somebody wanted to mention it to telephone. He said, well, I have to meet you to tell you. I cannot tell you by telephone. So nobody wants to be heard talking about Amadou Gajiko because he seems to be very, yes, that's the situation. But also because they feel that since he has the backing, the people believe, they say, Mansafunda, for your permission. They will say, Amadou ni Mansafunda la bidending. They are joining together to steal our cattle. Anybody working for government, they say it's government. So that's how they put it. For Lower Badibu, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. He has the backing. Everybody believes that he has the backing. And Amadou himself believes that he has the backing. Because if he can tell a committee that, I'm going to continue operating, whether I have a license or not, then he will continue operating. Yes, Talinding, these are all cross-cutting. Almost everybody talking about the same issues. Is Amadou engaged in a network? Yes. He's dealing with people from Mali who are in cattle business, dealing with people from other constituencies in URR. He's also dealing with people from Casamas, very far away. He has a network. So because of that network, they can be engaged in so many things, but you will not be able to see himself acting in some of those things. And that's why sometimes it is very difficult to pin on him. Yes, data. You mentioned data, Talinding. Yes, data is a problem because we asked the Sarangai people, police, their data, they could not produce a data. You say, how many people have complained? They themselves say the number one issue that's being complained in our station is cattle theft. But when you tell them to produce data, they have no data. They said they could not produce data. At the bus station also, they said that it's almost the number two issue. Apart from bodily harm, That should be the number 2 issue, but they could not produce data. So data is definitely a problem, and I think that should be included in our recommendation that police must keep data at all times. Ignorant of the GLMA, no, they are not ignorant, I said. They are put through and they refuse to enforce the law. And yes, like I said, the Interior has already assigned them to create a task force, but they refuse to create the task force. Not talk about giving a report to the police. All Yundum recommendation of dismissals. No, we did not make any recommendation of dismissal because we have not got any direct evidence to say somebody has collected money from somebody, etc., etc. So we just recommended for not keeping police officers in one region for decades because they get used to the whole situation there, and if they want to be corrupt, they can continue to be corrupt. As for Mandafa, we told the IG is to transfer him from all the provincial regions where cattle theft can be taking place. Let him come to Banjul. They are not going to dismiss him. They can bring him to Banjul. Maybe he cannot steal any cattle in Banjul. Or, I mean, connive with anybody to steal anything in Banjul in terms of animals. But all other areas have animals, so the same problem will be there. Yamina West, where is the community pay Gajiko to get? Yes, they pay Gajiko because they are appeasing him. If you believe that this man has taken my cattle, when I report him to the police, they will not take any action. And if I voice it out, they will go and take the rest of my cattle. So you come and give him something so that he can forgive you, and even return some of them to me. It's as simple as that. This is the mind of the the ordinary person. So they've done everything to try to stop him, but they could not stop him. They feel that now we have to appease him, give him, and they have seen results. Some who have given something, they've gotten something back. Yes, it's corruption. You know, that is it. Yes, you tell them it's corruption. They are all doing corruption there. I lost 5 horses, and he asked me to pay 20,000. I paid 20,000 so that I'll be able to get at least 3 horses or 4 horses. And sometimes he will give you 2 horses, 3 horses. He will say, go there, and you will find your horses there. It's not only the chief, it's many people. So they feel that is better than losing all the 5 horses. That is their logic. Yeah, some of them do. No, I'm not the one who lost the horses. You lose your cattle. Honorable Speaker, when it comes to Banjul North, did the owners receive receipts? No, they do not have receipts. It's not legitimate business. So it's just clandestine. I give you these things so that you know, it's like inducing him to at least give you some of your property back. That is all. So there is no, this is the role of the police to investigate. Yes, it's the police. If the police are doing their job, they investigate these matters and whoever they arrest. Don't you see, when after we have left there, after we've gone there, the inquiry until everybody has, we saw the police, we saw the governor, they see all that. The police started cooperating. And when the police started cooperating and started arresting some people and taking them to court, you see that the cattle theft has gone down. Drastically. Even if you go there now and talk to people, they say, it's finished. Now we can leave our cattle and animals roaming everywhere and go to sleep because of the National Assembly intervention. So it has really had an impact, but it needs to be improved. Yes, Latrikunda, this is not a sophisticated issue. Yes, it's not sophisticated, but if the police are not ready to investigate, it becomes sophisticated. Yes. Upper Salon citizens not to take the law. Yes, thank you very much. The citizens have been very resilient. You can see they've written letters to the governor, to the police commissioners, to the IG, to the Interior, into the Jelma. They have done all this and visited all these people, you know, to be able to have redress, because they don't want to take law into their own hands. And they created their own vigilante group, you know, to be able to work with the police, arrest these people. But because of lack of police action, that's why they are writing to the assembly for inquiry. Yes, yes, we are also asking the recommendation. We are recommending to the Jelma It's the jailman that gives permit to people to become butchers. So we are recommending to the jailman not to give permit to this mentioned Gajibo, so that he does not continue to, because he's been flouting the regulations all these years. So there is no need to give him again. It has already been proven. So Lower Salem, IGP does not come here, yes, but it will, I think the recommendation from SAMI would still suffice, whether the IG would talk to us or not, but at least he would be able to hear us, the complaints that we are making, so they'll be able to take action. He can come and sit there and listen to us. There is no harm. And he's the head of the police. He's the head of the police. You can see the video ask him to do something, but they have not done it. But if the IG is ready to establish a task force, he would establish a task force. So his coming here will be very useful. Because not only ministers come, ministers can speak, but stakeholders can come and listen to us. So if we invite them, they can come. In fact, I think the time I realized it was late, but I told the secretary that even if you can call him and get him just to come and listen to us, would be very useful. And even the minister. I say, if they have time, because the minister should write so that he comes on time, but because of the delay in time, that was why that was not done. Yes, the committee should order for Amadou's arrest. I'm not sure, but I don't think we have that right, that power to call the police to immediately arrest Amadou, because we are not a court, we are not the police. We can only call on the police to investigate this and then come to. And that's why in our recommendation, we've made it very clear. If you look at the recommendations, we said all the pending issues, all the issues that have been, all the cases that have been reported to the police should investigate all those cases because they are reports. Thoroughly investigate them. Where there is need to charge and ensure that they prosecute the cases. That is the recommendation we have done. And since the law is saying that the police should be adequately equipped, and that's why we are saying the police station in Sarangай should be given a vehicle so that they're going to do their patrol, because they are dealing with Wuli East and Wuli West. So their area of coverage is reasonably wide. So they definitely need a vehicle to be able to do their patrol. You can see that the PIU in Makamasri, they don't have any vehicle. And they use motorcycle, and their own motorcycle. They don't even have a state motorcycle. They use their own motorcycle to do patrol. That's very dangerous. Because those are gunmen. They have guns on them. And that border area, we have criminals who are coming with AK-47. So they definitely need some of those equipment to really operate effectively. So on that note, Honorable Speaker, I thank you and thank all the members and our secretaries for this great job that is being done. Thank you.
Chairman, I think you still have more questions to answer. No, because you said the police are ill-equipped to do their job. So they don't even have books to enter for their diaries that they will enter. That's why they could not do it.
Well, I'm not so.
You see, so it's not. Why I asked that, it only goes to tell you that they don't want to enter those ones in their diaries.
Exactly.
It's not because they don't have it.
I don't want to
so
say that.
I told you here, I said here, where the culprit or the accused is telling National Assembly Select Committee, I will not do it. You can now ascribe those blames to not having equipment.
And when we met the IG, he promised that this will stop, and immediately it stopped. It means that if the police were doing their job, it would not have got to this level. So definitely, everything boils down to the police not doing their duty, really.
Yeah, I agree. No, we agree. What we are saying is, why are the police compromised? This is the reason. Why are they compromised? You have not stated that.
Honorable Speaker, what I said is that even though there is no evidence of big money being moved between these thieves and the police. But by the mere fact that they are accepting meat from the culprit all the time, it shows that if he gives them big money, they will take the big money also and not act. So we've not got any evidence where this man has given money to them and they have accepted. But the police commissioner, Dabo, in our report, has told us that they've been taking meat, but he did not see that to be an inducement.
Honorable members, let me thank all of you, and honorable member, let me thank you. Now, honorable members, be it resolved that this honorable assembly do adopt
Speaker.
the report of the Standing Committee on Public Petitions
Honorable Speaker,
on
please.
the petition report from Woolly East Animal Protection Association. Those in favor, please say aye.
Honorable Speaker,
Those not in
please.
favor,
With amendment.
please say no.
With amendments.
The ayes have it. Members, I said, I give you people all the time. If you want to make something, you make it. But you don't wait until when I'm pronouncing something, you want to
No,
comment.
before doing your pronunciation,
No.
Honorable Speaker, I saw the table office talking to you, putting your attention to me, and you did. Maybe you forgot to call me. Thank you.
You saw what?
I raised up my tag, and I saw the table office telling you that honorable member of Sani Mentre wants to say something. I saw him. Honorable Speaker, I saw him.
It's not evident.
Honorable Speaker, I saw
It's not
him.
evident. It's not evident. Mike.
What he was telling me, you don't know, honorable.
Very well.
With all due
Speaker,
respect.
I suppose he was talking
You
to
see,
you
you
about me.
suppose. Yeah, better.
Oh, because I was reading, I was reading after raising up
Honorable
my
member,
tag,
let's not
Honorable Speaker.
argue. Please, if I am talking, you be quiet. Please.
With all due respect, Honorable Speaker, I
Honorable
raised
member,
up my tag
please.
and I saw him talking to you about me. Thank you.
Honorable member, go by your standing order. Don't take me out of my things. When I'm speaking, don't talk. That's your standing order. You don't argue. I will not refuse you to talk. So you are wrong. Honorable member, you are wrong. You don't wait until I am in putting a question and then you begin to talk.
My tag was raised before you started talking.
Whether your tag was raised, assume that your tag was raised and it's not seen. So what happened?
Just confirm with the table clerk, please.
Confirm it. Let me confirm what? I want her to exhaust.
No, Honorable Speaker, let's go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, after raising up my tag, I saw the table clerk talking to you about me that I wanted to say something before you saying anything.
With all due respect, you know by your own laws, that raising your tag, in fact, is when you catch my eye. You know that. And two honorable members, you cannot be that far, and then you make allegation to say what the table clerk is talking to me on. I want to ask you, we have had a lot of consultation. What were we saying? So, honorable, but when you want to put your facts, put your facts. I said I will not deny anybody from talking, but do it on time and according to procedure. If you will sit down there and allege against me that the table office was telling me, then I'm afraid of you. You may be a demigod, probably, knowing information somewhere. Honorable members, let me put the question. I am going to repeat the question because I think I said it without amendments. Yes, Honorable.
Just put that, okay, without amendment, because we are proposing amendment. Okay.
Be resolved that this Honorable Assembly do adopt the report of the Standing Committee on Public Petitions on the petition report from the Woolly East Animal Protection Association with amendments. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Let me thank all of you and the Honorable Chairman of the committee and all those who participated. We can now move. Clerk, do we proceed?
Chain of papers and report continues. A report of the Standing Committee on Public Petitions on the petition regarding the Gambia Ports Authority by the Honorable Chairperson of the committee.
May I now invite the Honorable Chairperson of the committee to table the petition, the report rather.
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. This is a shorter report. The report is about alleged corruption at the Gambia Ports Authority by the Standing Committee on Public Petitions. Yeah, I skipped. What is the petition? Have you read it? You people hate reading, that's your problem.
Honorable Member for Wuli West.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, this report contains the committee's procedures on the consideration of the public petition. I think many people are now familiar with the procedure that committees take to engage in inquiry. The committee is grateful to the offices of the Speaker and Clerk of the National Assembly in providing logistical support. On behalf of the Standing Committee on Public Petitions and pursuant to Standing Order 128-2B, it is my pleasure or privilege and honor to present to this Assembly the report of the committee on its consideration of the public petition number 2 of 2022 regarding alleged graft committed at the Gambia Ports Authority. Honorable Speaker, the right to petition has been declared one of the fundamental rights of citizens across the globe. It is a way by which individuals can directly place grievances before the Assembly. Petitions bring the Assembly to the people and vice versa. It allows the public to scrutinize public policies and institutions, which helps to enact sound laws and formulate policies to address the needs and aspirations of the citizens. This petition alleges corruption at the Gambia Ports Authority, issues of graft seriously cripple institutions. The petition was deemed admissible after going through a thorough check on admissibility criteria by the Office of the Clerk. This report explains the steps taken by the committee in considering the petition, testimonies raised by the witnesses summoned, and recommendations profiled. So the methodology, like other petitions received, we do the same methodology. Various methods were adopted to gather evidence in dealing with this petition. This includes hearings where the petitioners were invited to seek clarifications and evidence on the petition file, other witnesses mentioned in the petition, or representing the public institution petition are called to make submissions on the issues raised in the petition. And you can see the members of the committee are all stipulated, and the secretaries and assistant secretaries, as well as our research officer and subject matter specialist. And we thank all of them. So the mandate of the committee, Honorable Speaker, derives its mandate from Section 109 of the 1997 Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia and Order 125 of the National Assembly Standing Committee, standing orders. There shall be a standing committee of the Assembly known as the Public Petitions Committee. And that's where we derive our legitimacy from. So the claim of the petitioners, Honorable Speaker, that appeared before us is one Mr. Mohammed El Dabo and Mr. Tijan Ba, who submitted the following statements as reflected in the petition. As citizens of the Gambia, we are concerned with the recent graft committed at the Gambia Ports Authority, GPA, and the unwillingness on the part of the authorities to take charge and fight the number of grafts in the Gambia, and the overwhelming impunity that it comes with is unprecedented. As the people's representative, we thought it wise to bring this to your attention for a swift action. You have the powers as the Public Petitions Committee established under Section 125 of the Standing Orders to investigate this matter of public interest. For ease of reference, we deem it necessary to reproduce the provisions of Section 125 above. Seratim, it provides. There shall be a standing committee and all those things. Those are of powers. We don't need to read that. Yes, the panel report. Earlier this year, it was discovered that several staffers, that's the crux of the whole thing, of the Gambia Post Authority, GPA, were involved in massive theft and fraud, leading to the disappearance of millions of dollars. Employees at the rating unit were allegedly issuing fake receipts, undercutting fees, and collecting bribes and inducements. Between 2020 and 2022, the alleged fraudsters were stealing $4 million per week through these corrupt practices, according to allegations. When news of the corruption was leaked to the media, the GPA management hastily constituted an internal investigative panel to look into the matter in response to public outrage and concern. The panel's report and recommendations were handed to the GPA management on the 16th of March, 2022. But the GPA management refused to release the findings in their entirety and the names of the investigative panel members. As a result of the GPA's deliberate act to conceal this vital information from the public and further considering their blatant disregard for the Access to Information Act 2021, we want the National Assembly's Public Petitions Committee to compel the GPA management to release the report. So that's the main thing. They want the GPA to release the report, their preliminary report. That is what they are asking the petition to do. We trust you and all that is there, etc. It's important to note that this matter is not before any court or any constitutional or legal body. It is also not frivolous and or vexatious. It is purely the interest of the public. More than 9,000 people have signed an online petition by the online media outlet, What's on Gambia, for the GPA management to release the report, but to no avail. So the hearings, Honorable Speaker, officials from the Gambia Post Authority were also summoned or invited to deliberate on this matter. Having heard from the petitioners, the commissioner summoned the management of the Gambia Post Authority on the 22nd of July 2022. They made submissions on the issues, highlighting steps taken by the authority and mitigating measures taken to prevent such recurrence. So the GPA management, Mr. Lamin Sane and Mr. Abdou Jilen, were the two that actually made the committee. And they said they are representing the managing director of the Gambia Post Authority. Mr. Sane and Mr. Jilen explained that the managing director is on leave and out of the country. Additionally, they informed the committee that the deputy director was at the time indisposed. They submitted chronologically the steps taken by the authority to the matter. Thus, 3.1. When the news of the leakage of funds from the traffic department of the authority, an emergency meeting was held on the 1st March 2022 to look into the matter. From the outcome of the meeting, a task force was constituted on the 2nd March 2022 to investigate the matter and report to the management. 3.2. The task force was constituted by a panel of 3 officials of the GPA management who were independent of the affected units and requested to conduct a quick probe on the matter and report back within 15 days. 3.3. A preliminary report was generated by the task force after investigations and submitted on the 16th of March 2022, which was a time frame given to them. 3.4. While the investigation was ongoing, on the 4th March 2022, 4 staff from the rating unit were interdicted, suspended. These staff included 2 senior clerks, a superintendent and a supervisor. 3.5. The matter was then reported to the police for their investigations. They are telling us all what they have done. 3.6. On the 26th of March 2022, the police wrote to the GPA management requesting the authority to have a special audit at the said department rating unit from the 1st June 2019 to 28 February 2022, and later furnish the police with the report. 3.7, on the 22nd of March 2022, an emergency board meeting was summoned to discuss on the suspected revenue leakage at the authority. Further to the outcome of the meeting, other staff of the rating unit and delivery and documentation unit were interdicted, pending the police investigation. These persons included a rating manager, an assistant rating manager, an assistant manager, supervisor, and senior clerk from the documentation unit. 3.8, the GPA management wrote to the National Audit Office to conduct a special audit within the said period as requested by the police. 3.9, on the 8th of April 2022, the NAO Audit Office met with the GPA management to discuss on the modalities of the audit process. Since then, the audit exercise is ongoing up to the time of this hearing. Now, they've given us some of the things that they have recommended or they are trying to implement, the mitigating measures to avoid this. And you can see all of them. 1, redeployment of staff to the mentioned units to replace the interdicted staff. 2, tasks assigned to the newly appointed rating manager to prevent such recurrence include to verify all calculations of show handling charges on delivery order as at date of payment. 3, liability after delivery order should be raised under a new delivery order. 4, the rating manager to produce schedules on liabilities on show handling charges on daily basis. 5, a stamp was introduced bearing expiry date on liability of show handling charges, and all copies of the delivery order are stamped. 6, the authorized signatory is only to sign for delivery when the circle is completed from the said rating and delivery and documentation units. 7, daily delivery statistics about the previous day's transaction is submitted for review. And 8, an IT system for show handling management is built and about to be launched to transform the interface with shipping agencies digitally. And 9, all show handling payments are now to be made directly to the banks. 10, the officials, when asked why they did not make the preliminary report, responded that it was inconclusive. However, they informed the committee that the audit report at the conclusion of the audit exercise shall be made available to the public. Now, the committee had further hearing with the managing director, Mr. Usman Jobate himself, Mr. Jobate, on this matter. I believe that was the second time we met the GPA. Following the initial action by the committee, the managing director requested an audience with the committee. This one, in fact, after our initial one, he requested for this, which was granted on the 22nd of October 2022. Mr. Jobate informed the committee that following the establishment of the internal investigation panel, the preliminary report generated by this panel recommended for a broader, more comprehensive report by the police. This was necessitated by the fact that there are lots of documents to review. Typically, in a day, there are almost 150 containers that leave the gate of the port. Time constraints and limited expertise by the panel to probe on the matter effectively and efficiently. This recommendation by the task force was accepted, and the authority invited the police to conduct a thorough investigation. The Office of the IGP requested that the National Audit Office be invited to conduct an audit exercise from an extended period, June 2019 to February 2022. The GPA requested for an extension to provide responses for initial queries by the NAO. The managing director further assured the committee that there are all indications that the NAO will come up with a comprehensive report on what has transpired. This is said necessitated the request to meet the committee to allow the NAO and the police to conduct these independent investigations. The reports from these investigations shall then be made public. That should be clear. That they have not finished their investigation and the investigation is ongoing, that if they should publish their preliminary report, it may prejudice the whole extended investigation into the matter. and they are asking us to allow them to complete their investigation. Additionally, he stated that if the preliminary report contains names of interdicted persons, staff, and clearance agencies allegedly involved in the scandal, thus it could be unfair if it is published and the final police and now reports turn out to exonerate these staffers and agencies. So that is the reason why they don't want to publish the preliminary report. Now, the committee has observations. During the consideration of the petition, the committee, after hearing from both the petitioners and GPA officials, acted under provisions of Standing Order 128.1 and 2, advised the authority to make the internal investigation report public. Order 128.1 states, the Public Petitions Committee shall, A, take such action as it considers appropriate in relation to the petition, or B, refer the petition to the Minister, Vice President, or President of the Republic of the Gambia, any other committee of the National Assembly, or other persons or body for them to take such action as they shall consider necessary. 2, a committee of the Assembly to which a petition is referred may, A, refer the petition to a minister or any other person or body for them to take such action as they consider appropriate. B, report to the Assembly, or C, take any other action which the committee considers appropriate. So, in considering the appropriate step, the committee observed that since the content of the preliminary report is disclosed by the officers of the GPA when they appeared in the public hearing, revealing the steps taken, names of staff interdicted, and mitigating factors profiled. However, after receiving submissions from the Managing Director of the Gambia Post Authority the second time, and without prejudice, the committee wishes to allow a comprehensive investigation on the matter prior to the publication of the report. The public hearing revealing the steps taken, names and staff interdicted, and mitigating factors provided. It's repeating the same thing. Conclusion. Ensuring citizen participation in the decision-making process is the bedrock on which democracy rests. It ensures accountability on public institutions, which are financed by taxpayers' money. The Assembly is crucial in ensuring sanity in the public sphere and institutions. That scrutiny on the performance of ministries, departments, and agencies of the state is never more significant. It is thus envisaged that the public shall continue to engage the Assembly in raising and addressing matters of public concern. Recommendations, Honorable Speaker. 1, the committee refers the investigations on the allegations of corruption at the GPA to the Finance and Public Accounts Committee and Public Enterprises. That is our recommendation. For further engagement with the National Audit Office and GPA management. We believe that they are more better placed to really go into this issue. 2, that the ongoing investigations by the NAO and the Office of the Inspector General of Police be completed swiftly, report back to the FPAC and PEC and publish these reports. Because people are interdicted and they are just receiving half salary, so this should be swiftly done. 3, that PEC monitors the effective implementation of the mitigating measures said to be put in place by the GPA to avoid a recurrence of this type of corruption at the GPA or any other place. So that is our recommendation, and we thank the Speaker, Office of the Speaker, thank our SMSs, and thank all the members for allowing us your hearing. And generally, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Honorable Member for Woolly. Any seconder? Honorable Member for Lower Salu.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you, the Committee of Petition. Honorable Speaker, I write a second motion, and again, I want to take part in the debate. Honorable Speaker, the sense that I have read and understand by the chairman that the petitioner wants to know the report to be consumed by the public, and still now investigation is going on. Honorable Speaker, essentially the issue of laying this report I don't want to use, it's not appropriate at this moment because already the investigation is ongoing and we cannot consume it for now and we cannot see anything on this report. Where the petitioner who petitioned the GBV, they have evidence of looting $4 million. For that being the case, I am trying to move a motion to suspend this report when the audit, to refer it back to the committees to prepare, to make further recommendation on this issue. When they finish their investigation to come in plenary. Thank you.
Honorable member, remember the petitioners are just barely asking this thing for the release of the investigation. And the committee has taken a position on that where he said here, if you look at page 9, last paragraph, the chairman read, however, after receiving submissions from the managing director of the Gambia Ports Authority, and without prejudice, the committee wishes to allow a comprehensive investigation on the matter prior to the publication of the final report. So all sides have been settled. These people requested that the committee should make sure that that report is released. The committee has looked on it and has now advised that the report cannot be released until the final outcome of the audit and all these things, when it could be released. What reference do we go for again? Because what it entails, how those things happened, was not the basis of the report, of the petition. How many millions were taken and all these things, it's not the basis. The basis is, let them, their preliminary report, bring it out to the public. The committee, after their investigation, say, no, we are in agreement for the time being until the overall thing is done. So both sides have, it's a complete job. You cannot make any refer to any other thing again. So, Honorable Kamanoff.
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker. Lower Son. Yes, thank you for giving me the floor back. It was a motion that you're going to rule out the motion, but essentially what I'm saying here is, we are in the same school of thought today. No,
you said you want to move a motion.
No, I move a motion, I said.
You cannot move a motion without me granting you to move a motion.
But you allow me to talk then?
No, I have not granted you for that.
But
and what you are saying, what your motion is saying, is different. This one, these people are requesting that the committee make sure that the report of the ports is given to the public, it's out to the public. That's what they were requesting. And the committee did their job, and said, yes. So what are we going to refer to another for another investigation again? I don't understand that.
If you check on the recommendation, that the Public Petition Committee monitor on the effective implementation of the mitigating measures said to be put in place by the GBVA. You understand? Now what I'm saying here is, already there's no evidence that the investigation is now carried out by the petitioners. You understand? they want the release of the report, which is not done yet. What I'm suggesting to you, or I'm putting a motion, that we suspend this one if they are finished on their FPAC, the report of FPAC, then we can talk about this issue on the plenary.
Honorable Member, the petitioners have petitioned to tell the committee, please, we are relying on you to make polls to release the report. They did their investigations. Look at page 3, on top of page 6. Page 6. On top of page 6, these are the petitioners. They said, we therefore respectfully urge your office to consider the petition admissible and refer it to the Public Petitions Committee and pray that the said committee will do the following. 1, to compel the Gambia Ports Authority to make public their internal investigatory report on the alleged graft by their staff. To make public, that's their request. The details, whether how much money went in, how did they steal it, is not the purpose of their petition. It's to make it public. In fact, in our discussions, I was talking to both our legal counsels. I was saying, to force these people to bring it out, they should have resorted to the court. I mean, the court can compel them, but for us, we cannot compel.
Honorable Chair,
so that decision is taken. These people's request is met. So what other motion are we going to talk about?
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, take on the recommendation 1.
That is, when you look at any other issue, that came out as a result of the investigation. But these people is two sides. Here they are, Assembly, please, we are petitioning to make sure that the Ports report, investigative report, is given out to the public. That's what their request is. Whatever is inside them, and the Assembly said, the committee said, plenary, we are saying now that following whatever we have heard, we agree that we uphold that report until a holistic report by the National Audit Office is done that can be made public. So we have completed our job.
Honorable Speaker.
No, that may be a secondary issue. If you want, you can bring that out as a separate thing.
Okay, I'm bringing it.
But for this one, this is the demand, this is the answer, we are finished.
Honorable Speaker.
Yes, please.
This is a serious thing, and which you have already.
I know that's where you are leading. You were leading to the fact that about 4 million was taken per week, etc. You can bring in something to investigate that. But for these people, their own, don't link it to it. These people are not interested in that. They want the report to be published. That's why we are talking over it.
Thank you.
Please.
Honorable
Please.
Speaker.
Honorable Member for Lower Sal.
Honorable Speaker, allow me please.
Honorable members, I now put the question. It has been moved and seconded that this Honorable Assembly do consider the report of the Standing Committee on Public Petitions on the petition report from the Gambia Ports Authority. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members who may want to take part can now do so, beginning with Honorable Member for Brikama North.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Once more, we have to thank the committee for doing this diligent work. People have the trust as embedded in the report. For the petitioners to find the National Assembly as the last resort to redress any abnormality that they feel is affecting the populace. It's in this vein that the petitioners found a deep fitting to file a petition against the Port Authority to the Petition Committee. As rightly alluded, the basis of the petition is not to inquire into the alleged corruption or malpractice. But basically, that delay in releasing the report, this is what they are calling for, and this is what, according to them, over 900 people signed a petition that is online. What is very formal is to the National Assembly, and this is what the two gentlemen formalized, and then file a petition to the National Assembly calling for the release. But now, after going through, the committee realized that the Gambia Port Authority, together with the police and then the national audit, is on investigation. And the managing director clearly indicated that they are committed and showing seriousness in the investigation, even whereas one may consider delay somehow. But since 2022 is going to be, February is supposed to be the timeline somehow. It's getting to 1 year, it's not completed. But if the investigation is not completed, the report also will be premature, even partly to be released. And on this vein, the committee is with the view that we allow the investigation to be completed. And the committee is not with the view that the report should be released, as the petition is calling for. I think this is the basis. Yes?
Honorable Speaker, point of order.
Want to observe? Order, okay.
Yes, Honorable Speaker. I wanted to come with a motion on 53K, C. Pardon? I wanted to move a motion. You want to move a motion?
Yes.
A point of order, you said?
Yes, on 53K. Are you going to say the same thing I wanted to say?
But what, Honorable Member, what is the point of order?
On 53K, I just want to move a motion on 53K.
Pardon?
A motion on 53K, I mean.
No, but that is not a point of order.
Huh?
For you to move a motion,
Yes,
when somebody is speaking.
The clause is 53K. It is. What do you mean? Of course, it is point of order.
All right, can you make reference to the specific clause of the standing orders?
53K.
53A, let's look at it.
Subclause C. K.
Honorable, I think what we see is, where is it? A motion agreed by the Speaker to be a matter of urgency. 53? K. 53K.
Yes.
It's what I am reading. Huh? It's what I am reading. 53K.
53C, sorry.
53C. A motion for the adjournment of a debate is not a part of an order. It's not, you cannot say point of order. That is on the, Honorable, please, that is on the notice of motions. The whole thing is section 52, notice of motions.
Mr. Speaker, I'm sorry, I should have said motion. I wanted to move a motion. I just wanted to allow you to sit down. That's why I said point of order.
Yeah, you wanted him to sit down, but you can put something to the Speaker for him to allow you. Then you telling me standing point of order.
Motion without notice.
Only to tell me again, and that.
Motion without notice, Honorable Speaker.
All right, Honorable Minority Leader. You were saying something? Honorable member for Olyundum. Honorable member for Olyundum. I hope you are not on the same trend with the honorable member for Lower Salem. All right, can we, honorable minority?
Yeah, I just want to, I understand where honorable deputy. No, it's the same. I understand where honorable majority leader is coming to. What I'm trying to establish is that the committee is right. Now, if what the petition is requesting, the committee want to do that, that's going to jeopardize the investigation process. But the committee also went further to help us to make sure justice is done. And this is what the committee is making this recommendation. If we don't adopt this report, it is not going to make justice to that investigation. And the National Assembly will not have any room to come in to make sure speedy investigation is done. And where there are issues of allegation, for that one also to be looked into. That's why the committee is making that for a recommendation. They have stopped where they should stop. And where we should go beyond, it is this report that should enable us to go further. That is why I am saying, let's not waste time. We adopt this report. And then from there, we can act on the report and then implement.
Honorable, I think minority, you had a good summation. That is, the committee, they have done their part of the job, and they have tabled it. If you want to do justice, avoid the debate, just adopt the report, for you people to be able to have the power to do a lot of other things.
To conclude, let me put a motion that we adopt this report as it is.
All right, yes.
Seconded.
All member for all Yundum.
Seconded.
He is what? All right, it has been moved and seconded that the report be adopted as it is without amendments. Those in favor, please say aye. Not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. So the report is so adopted. Thank you very much. Honorable members, thank you. Let me thank you all. Now, Honorable Clerk, I think we can move to the next agenda item.
Orders 74, 8, and 75. Third reading. Third reading of the Local Government Amendment Bill 2023 by Honorable Alajes Daba, member for Birkama North.
Thank you very much, honorable members. Honorable members, we recall that the consideration stage of the Local Government Amendment Bill 2023 was concluded on Monday, 28th March 2023. Accordingly, today is appointed for the third reading in accordance with Order 75. Therefore, I will now invite the honorable member for Brikama North to move a motion for the third reading of the bill entitled Local Government Amendment Bill 2023. Honorable member for Brikama North.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to move that the Local Government Amendment Bill 2023 be read for the third time and pass.
Any seconder, honorable members? Honorable member for, is it Lower Salum?
Thank you, Speaker. I rise to second the motion.
Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that the bill entitled, yes?
Yes.
Yes, all you know.
Thank you. I don't know if I'll be in line. I have an observation on the amendment of the Act. Maybe the member will help us. Yeah, an amendment, yeah, on the amendment of Section 20A.
Pardon?
On the clean copy, Section 27.
Just hold on, just hold on.
I just want to be guided.
Yes, we will get our copies. You said on page, section?
Amendment of Section 27A, subclause 1.
Amendment of?
Section 27A.
No, take us to the clause.
Yeah,
you are talking about clause
That's
7,
what I'm saying.
section 7. Is it not this?
Section 6. Subclause 1. Amendment 6. Where is section or amendment 6? Clause 6.
This?
Yes, I just want to be guided.
This.
I saw something I wanted.
Sorry, where are you referring to?
Page 2.
Number
6. Now look at clause 1.
Amendment of section 27A.
Yes, now.
Clause 1, yes.
1A.
Yes.
I just want to be guided with the last part. I think the last time when we amended the Act, we said the minister in writing, the chairperson should write to the minister in writing, a notification to the minister. But here I am seeing shall be for the information of the minister only.
A chairperson who intends to travel outside the Gambia.
Yes.
On official business.
Yes.
Shall notify minister in writing.
Yes.
And
that's where it stops.
And such notification shall be for information of the minister only. Okay, I understand. Yes, honorable minority.
That was the amendment that was submitted. No, excuse me. The amendment that was submitted on the day, that was that. Then during the debate, the chronological order was mentioned that the chairperson can, yes, it's right for the chairperson to do it to the minister, but for the councillors, to the mayors. If you go back to the amendment that I gave you on the floor, that was circulated. Go back to your copy. Go back to the copy that was, the amendment that was circulated.
Honorable Minority Leader, may I observe you, please? May I observe you? Honorable Speaker. No, Honorable Speaker. You know, at the end of the debate, there was a proposal that we voted, we make a voting, where the minority won this voting. Honorable Speaker, the chairman will notify the minister in writing, but the council also will notify the chairman in writing. That was the voting that we have. Then he won the
Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think what the Honorable Member for All Yundum is saying, he's not disputing the fact that that was amended to state that, and on that day, what we agreed was the chairperson will write to the minister, and then the councillors will write to the mayor or the chairperson. But what the member for All Yundum is indicating, if you look at 6A1, he said a chairperson who intends to travel outside the Gambia on official business shall notify the minister in writing. That was the amendment submitted and that's where it stopped. But this one, the clean bill, what they have, they added another phrase which says, and such notification shall be for information of the minister only. That was not ratified. That's what the member for all the is talking about.
All right, all right.
Speaker.
All right, okay.
No.
I now understand the argument.
Honorable Speaker.
Yes, honorable minority. Minority?
Yes.
My problem, yes, minority. Member for
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker. On the day submitted amendment that was circulated to all the members, and this particular section 27A, traveling outside the Gambia, it reads, the chairperson of the council who intends to travel outside the Gambia on official business shall notify the minister in writing, and such notification shall be for information of the minister only. Excuse me. Yes, this was what I proposed as amendment, and this is what provoked the debate. And then finally, there was nothing to say that we amend this proposal. If there was voting, the understanding the voting was done on basis of what was submitted. There was no proposal to say that we amend this submission, and there was voting. That is to say, the voting was done on this basis.
Thank you very much. Law Fladu, thank you very much. Minority leader, thank you very much. What we are talking about here, we agree with you. But what we said, there was where we are going to stop, that we are going to stop in writing to the minister. That's where we are going to stop. No, we don't pass there.
Speaker, I think there was two things. This amendment that was proposed, and then the majority was saying that we go by the initial submission, not even about this. These are the two things that were put on vote. This amendment and the majority saying we go by the original one.
Honorable members, I have seen the arguments being put forward. If I remember well, the issue was that honorable chairpersons and mayors taking permission from ministers was an issue, and that they should only notify them to travel. I think that's what we agreed on, if I understand. Now, and similarly, councillors, instead of notifying the ministers, should only notify the mayor or the chairpersons. That's enough for them if they are granted. Notify them. Am I right? Now, if you look at the two, 1 and 2, one is the chairperson and the other one is a councillor. I mean, the councillor's own reads, a councillor who intends to travel outside the Gambia on official business shall notify his or her chairperson in writing. So, honorable members, if it looks like we are not in agreement. No, we are not in agreement, because if others are saying that in 6.1 shall notify the minister in writing, full stop. And the minority, you are saying that no, it should continue and such notifications shall be for information of the minister only. Minority, are you with us? Now, for me, what you people used to say, mandinkola kumolem, julobula bala babula julo. Because when you stop there, it means the minister is going to be notified, and then the chairman goes. So if you are saying, and such notifications shall be for information of the minister only, it means information can be for something else.
Honorable Speaker, the deputy minority leader is claiming that what we have in one should also be completed in two. Is that my understanding? He is one who is moving. Listen.
No, honorable members, don't confuse us. Why the argument now is that the honorable member for all Yundum is saying that on 6-1, it should stop at in writing. That's what he said. He said that's what we agreed on. Now, honorable members, I am repeating the issue. Listen, that's what he said, and that's brought about the argument. And the minority leader is saying, no, his proposed amendment includes it up to the end only, minister only. This is what he is saying. And as some of you said no, others are saying yes, then we are in disagreement. And if there is disagreement between the two, it means we have to invoke Section 75 of the Standing Orders.
Honorable Speaker.
Let's have I will come, Honorable. I will come. We are giving some others' opinions only. Honorable Deputy Speaker, and then Lower Salim, then you can come.
Yes. Yes, he talked about the member for all Union suggesting for us to add. But our point of contention here, this addition here have not passed through this assembly during the committee of the whole house. Then,
honorable members, I don't know how many times will I say this. If you are talking and you say something, somebody said no, it's that. Will you feel happy? Respect his opinion. When he's ready, disagree with him.
Yes. That addition have not passed in this assembly on that day.
Lower Salum.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think the essence of getting Hansard, why don't we stand down and get resources from Hansard, then they will help us.
Honorable member for, who else? Kian West?
Yes. Honorable Speaker, this is the exact amendment that was submitted by minority leader. Our voting was not on whether to stop at in writing or not. Our voting was on whether both mayors, chairmen, and councillors should notify the minister or not. This was what we voted on. But this was the exact proposed amendment that was submitted by the minority leader, and this amendment was not re-amended to stop at to the minister in writing. It was not re-amended. This was how it was submitted, and we adopt it this way.
No, that's the bone of contention. That's what you are saying. Others are saying differently. This is what we are doing. That's where we find ourselves. We are having two sides of the same coin. Let me give him. I promise him he's coming. Then Bully is. Yes, for Brikama North.
Yes.
And then is honorable member for Woolley East, before all you know.
Honorable Speaker, all these two were discussed. The issue of, I think it is just part of the explanation that it would be for information of the minister only. That was a description. That was something that was said in the debate. But when you say a chairperson who intends to travel outside the Gambia on official business shall notify the minister in writing, it's a notification. It's not permission. That's the distinction we want to establish. As long as we have it as notification, I think we should all be satisfied.
Yeah, honorable members, I sincerely believe that if your intent was to make sure that honorable chairpersons only notify the minister to travel, but not to take permission from him, I think then up to in writing suffices for it. Added that one there insinuates something, but it suffices. So that in the other one, in 2, it will match. A councillor who intends to travel outside the Gambia on official business shall notify his or her chairperson in writing. Here. This council is as good as it is. Yes, yes. This one is just yes, but why? Whether you are going to use it to get people but it's only rules to tell you that minority.
Yes, I get the point where Honorable Deputy Majority Leader is talking from. That is to make the 2 uniform. If you look at the first one, that was my submission. The second one emanated from the debate. So if it is to be drafted, then that means they should be uniform. If for information is on one, it should be on the other. If it's not there, then that should not be on the other one. Now I'm seeing the point. But that was, the first one was actually what was by submission. So if the second one that emanated from the debate did not have full information, yes, I agree, we leave everything from where the second one is. Because that was one that emanated from the debate.
if I get you right, you now agree that a chairperson intends to travel outside the Gambia on official business shall notify the minister in writing, full stop, just like the one on B2. Okay, okay. But honorable members, reference to section 75(2) of the standing orders, the honorable member for All Yundum moved a motion that Article 2, sub 1 of the local government amended version stops at minister in writing, and all that follows be removed. Any seconder? Honorable member for Woodley East.
Very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to second the motion.
Honorable member, it has been moved and seconded that section 2 sub 1 be amended as proposed by the honorable mover of the motion. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. All right. Yeah. Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that the bill entitled Local Government Amendment Bill 2023, having gone through the consideration stage with amendments, be read a third time and passed. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk, read the title of it.
Local Government Amendment Bill 2023.
Thank you very much, honorable members and clerk. The bill has passed through the third reading. We now call on the clerk for the next agenda item.
Order 74, 8, and 75, third reading of the Prevention and Prohibition of Torture Bill 2023 by the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice.
Honorable members, we recall that the consideration stage of the Prevention and Prohibition of Torture Bill 2023 was concluded on Tuesday, 21st March 2023. Accordingly, today is appointed for the third reading in accordance with Order 2075. I'll therefore now invite the Honorable Attorney General and Minister of Justice to move a motion for the third reading of the bill entitled Prevention and Prohibition of Torture Bill 2023. Honorable Attorney General.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I move that the bill entitled Prevention and Prohibition of Torture Act 2023, having gone through the consideration stage and be read the third time. I so move.
Honorable members, any seconder? Honorable member for Upper Nyumi.
Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity, I raise the second motion. Thank you.
Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that the bill entitled the Prevention and Prohibition of Torture Bill 2023, having gone through the consideration stage with amendments, be read a third time and passed. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk, can you read the short title?
The Prevention and Prohibition of Torture Bill 2023.
Thank you very much, Clerk. I think we can now proceed to the next agenda item. The bill has passed through the third stage.
Order 72, consideration stage. Consideration stage of the Anti-Corruption Bill 2019 by the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice.
Honorable members, we recall that at the request of the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice, the Anti-Corruption Bill 2019 was carried over from the 5th legislature for the current 6th legislature, from where it stopped in the previous assembly. Accordingly, the consideration stage for the said bill is scheduled for today. During the consideration stage, members shall have the opportunity to give detailed consideration and scrutiny to every clause and schedule in the bill. This stage also provides the first opportunity for amendments to the bill to be debated and voted on. I will now resolve the Assembly into the Committee of the Whole Assembly to give consideration to the bill entitled Anti-Corruption Bill 2019. The Assembly now resolved into the Committee of the Whole Assembly. Honorable members, now go into the Committee of the Whole Assembly. Honorable members, there were consultations between both sides of the aisle, and it has been noted that we are in Ramadan and that we work up to 5:30 when there will be no motion. We'll just close until tomorrow, the next day, to allow people to go, and that's the proposal. Are you members, are we in agreement? Okay, it looks like this time there is unanimity. So, honorable members, if you remember, we started with the Anti-Corruption Bill 2019, and I think we went up to a certain stage. It looks like we have to start the whole thing again. Yeah, because we agreed then that there were differences in the two documents. But I hope this time round we all have the same document. We all have the same document. And it is certified that this is the document that was treated by the committee in the 5th legislature. Confirmed. Minority, we are depending on you people. That's the document treated by the committee. Where is the committee chairperson? Okay. Okay, exactly. So this is the document you treated. So now everything is in order.
Clause 1, short title.
So, Honorable Chairperson, I think we are going to start as usual, and then you will lead us in the proposed amendments from the committee. The short title. Yeah, and the Honorable Minister, if you also have any proposed, you can let the committee know. Short title. Yes, Honorable Member for Brikama North.
I propose that we amend the short title, the bill be, instead of 2019, be 2023. There is typo in that. We amend that first.
Members, preliminary part 1, the spelling is wrong, it should be corrected. And the short, number 1, short title, this act may be cited as the Gambia Anti-Corruption Act 2023 instead of 2019.
2019.
Honorable Member, it is proposed, yes, can you read the clause? It is proposed that clause 1, short title, as amended, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 2, interpretation.
From FPAC?
It is proposed that clause 2, interpretation, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Part 3, establishment of the Gambia Anti-Corruption Commission.
Part 3. Yeah. Clause 3, that's under part 2. Establishment of the Gambia Anti-Corruption Commission. Honorable member, it is proposed that clause 3, establishment of the Gambia Anti-Corruption Commission, stand part of the bill. Yes? Yes, please, Honorable.
On part 3, the committee has an issue with paragraph 4 of part 3. It is about the members appointed by the President after consultation with the Public Service Commission. It is found in page 8. The committee recommends that the appointment of the members by the President shall be subject to approval of the National Assembly. And then for that one, then the vetting committee shall comprise a representative of 1, the Personal Management Office, the Bar Association, majority and minority parties of the National Assembly, the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and the representative from the civil society organization. The committee is recommending that for C, which is about the majority and minority parties representation, be replaced with financial intelligence unit. And then for the 2 representatives, the civil society also be reduced instead of 2 to be 1. So that's the recommendation of the committee.
Honorable members, you've heard the recommendations of the committee on 4 and 6, am I right? Any comments? Pardon?
Honorable Chair.
Are you following?
Yes.
Yes. We are now on clause 3, establishment of the Gambia Anti-Corruption Commission. And the honorable member for Brikama North is proposing amendments to subsection 4, am I right? Subclause 4. Now, let's listen to him.
The appointment of members by the President shall be subject to the approval of the National Assembly. That is to say, the members shall be appointed by the President after consultation with the Public Service Commission, subject to the approval of the National Assembly.
In the bill itself, number 4 is the members shall be appointed by the President after consultation with the Public Service Commission. That is now to be amended.
Yes.
The proposal is that should be amended to read the members, where is it?
Shall be.
The members shall be appointed by the President after consultation with the Public Service Commission.
Subject to
the approval of the National Assembly.
Yes.
That's the proposal.
Yeah.
Honorable Chair.
Yes?
Is it on the same part, clause 6?
No, we are on 4 now.
No, we agree.
Only on 4, then after we continue.
Honorable Chair, that's agreed. Kia West. Kia West. Yes, that proposal is agreed.
Yes, not on the same thing, but on subclause 6, on the same part.
Yeah, on part 6, I was saying that where the committee is recommending amendment is in subclause C, which is the majority and minority parties of the National Assembly, for that one to be replaced with the the Financial Intelligence Unit. The Financial Intelligence Unit to replace the majority and minority parties of the National Assembly. That's for C. And for E, the membership of the civil society be reduced from 2 to 1. E.
Is that one 2 to 1? Yeah. Yes, Honorable.
Yes, in addition to his recommendation, I think B also, we need to look at it. B, it reads, the vetting committee shall comprise a representative of, I think it should be the bar and not the bar association, just the bar.
I think it's the association. Yeah.
May I ask, are all members of the bar part of the association? Not necessarily. So, no, you have the bar association. Yeah, you are right. What is there is the bar association. His proposal is that not the bar association, but the bar. That's his proposal.
Chair.
Yes, Honorable Member for Woodley is.
Chair, the bar association should be apt because they are the organized body. You can be part of the bar, but the organized body is really the bar association. So we should put the bar association there.
Honorable Speaker. Yes, we are talking about Gambia here. I think the bar should suffice. The bar, not the bar association. If all of them are not part of the bar association, I don't think we need to use the association's name. We just use the bar.
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker. We have the AG to make certain clarifications.
Thank you. If you say the Gambia bar, it means all the lawyers in the Gambia that have been called to the bar. If you say the Gambia Bar Association, that's one association. There could be more than one association of lawyers. There could be more than one association of lawyers in the Gambia, because there is no law prohibiting any group of lawyers coming together to form another association. The first bar association that we know that has the largest membership and that we are all used to is Gambia Bar Association. So if you say the Gambia Bar Association, you are limiting it to only those who are members of the Gambia Bar Association. What I think the proposed amendment is trying to seek is, if you say the Gambia Bar, it means any lawyer in the Gambia who is a member of the Gambian Bar, because automatically if you are called to the Gambian Bar, you are a practicing lawyer in the Gambia, you are a member of the Gambian Bar, and you can choose to be a member of the Gambia Bar Association or any other bar association. All right? So it means the proposal is saying members of the Gambian Bar, not necessarily those that are members of the Gambia Bar Association per se. That distinction I can explain for clarification.
Understood you well now. Yes, honorable member for
Chair, this is by representation. If you say the Gambia Bar, who is going to select that person to be in the committee? The Gambia Bar Association is an organized body, and they are the ones that are going to choose their representative to this commission. So it is the Gambia Association, the Bar Association. That's the right one. The civil society comprises of organizations, and they are going to choose their representative.
We now have member for Combo, Bikama North, member for Lower Salum, and then Deputy Speaker.
Yeah,
in that order.
Honorable Chair, this is about representation of recognized associations. Yeah. The Chamber of Commerce, they are represented. Now, if you want to say business, any business, businessmen or business people, that will be very open. When you say Chamber of Commerce, that means those who are members of that organization. We want the organization to be represented. Now, if the same applies to civil society, organization is represented. In the same vein also, it is not the profession, but the association that should be representing. It will be fitting we have the Bar Association, because all others are about organization representing. So here, if you want to limit to the profession, I mean, we're not following that order. So let's have the Bar Association. It's very fitting.
Honorable Member for Lower Salum.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Anthony, we heard you very well. You make the definitions right. But in your submission, the proposal of the Deputy Majority Leader is in line with it or the bar. We want to get your submission. Which one is the correct?
He cannot.
No, Honorable Chair. Okay, now.
Honorable Member,
okay,
with all due respect, he cannot tell you or tell us which one is correct.
Okay, what I want.
He can explain to us what both sides mean, and then left to you, you can say, I think this one is better, or this one is
now,
better.
What I want is bar. Yes.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, I think here, why we want to include here the bar to be represented, not necessarily an association, is to be more innovative, to allow, because there are so many Gambians who are members of the Gambia Bar, but others choose to be members of the association and others are not association. We have lawyers who are not, we have Gambians who do not sit on the bench, they are lawyers, but they have, some of them up to 30 years of work experience, but they are not members of the Bar Association. So if you want to tap wealth of experience, people of competence, people of integrity, you may, if you restrict it to only the association, because it's like you are discriminating. No, you are discriminating. This one is different from what the minority leader is talking about. I think the act here is Gambia Bar. That's also that every person, every Gambian who is called to the bar can have access or will be opportune to be called into this. So,
Honorable Member for Banjul North.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I think I will concur with the minority leader here, because the association is what we are saying should be part of this commission. So, talking about the bar, I think it can be a little bit different comparing to other sectors that are being represented as far as this commission is concerned. So I agree with the minority leader that we consider the bar association and not the bar.
Yes, honorable, the mover of the.
Yes, Honorable Chair, I just want minority to understand. Gambia Bar Association is an association. It's also categorized under civil society, and you already have, these are all civil society organizations. So now, when you limit yourself to the association alone, like Honorable Deputy Speaker said, you will not have other Gambians who are practicing lawyers in this country to be part of this vetting committee. So already you are reducing the number of civil society representatives in the vetting committee from 2 to 1. And already the Gambia Bar Association, the association is a civil society organization. They may be selected from that end as well. Let's consider that.
I don't know. Do we have only one bar association? So when we say bar association, it may not end up there. We may have to redefine it to mean what we want. Yes, just before you come in, let's hear the AG Rec. We give you a chance.
I mean, associations have the Females Lawyers Association. Most of them are members of the Gambian Bar Association. But you have the Gambian Law Society, which is an attempt to set up another parallel bar association. And there is no law preventing any group of lawyers coming together with another name and call themselves an association of lawyers. So I just want to say one practice that is going on currently in our law books. In the membership of the General Legal Council, in our system of legal profession, any Attorney General serves as the leader of the bar. So in the composition of the membership of the General Legal Council, which is the body that regulates the legal profession, the Attorney General is vested with the power to identify the representative of the bar into the General Legal Council. Because what we see here, even if the proposal goes through, if you now open it up to say, for example, in fact, normally we would also suggest additional amendment to increase the number of experience. So if you're going to say member of the bar, we should normally say with at least 10 years post-call experience and things like that. Having said all of that, if you want the selection to be opened up, that any qualified Gambian lawyer should be qualified to be selected to any association, then we have to identify if a member for Combo South was saying, if you say the Gambia Bar Association, you are limiting it only to the members of the Gambia Bar Association. The advantage in that is, when the time comes to appoint, you simply write to the Gambian Bar to nominate. That's simple. But if the proposal that is trying to say that might be discriminatory to those who are not members of the Gambia Bar Association, the flip side of it is you can say any lawyer that has, let's say, 10 years post-call experience in the Gambian bar. That is open. That's more non-discriminatory. That means any Gambian experienced lawyer can be qualified. But in that regard, then it will be safer to identify who will do the appointment. Because in that regard, that's why I'm saying the way the Legal Practitioners Act, it's in the Constitution. In the Constitution, it is the Attorney General that appoints the representative of the bar in the General Legal Council. So if you want to leave it open, then probably either the AG or somebody will have to do the appointment. Yeah.
Yes, Honorable Speaker. Just no.
No, yes, Chair. Chair, the way it is here is the vetting committee. The vetting committee shall comprise a representative. So it's not, the proposal is not for the Attorney General to select somebody, but it's like an organization, an organized grouping to select a representative to come to the vetting committee. So if that is the case, then I believe it should be the Bar Association, because they are organized, and if we write to them, they'll easily select their representative. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, honorable members, I think before we waste our time, I think there are two sides of the coin from what is being said. The Bar Association is chosen because it's an established body. When you want somebody from there, give them the necessary qualifications, and they have their own committees to do the selection to do it. The other one, what they are saying is, the others are saying it is segregating others. If for whatever reasons, I'm not a member of the GAG association, for whatever reasons, you are now excluding me out from the whole process. They are saying now that you use the Gambia bar, with every Gambian who is called to the bar is a member, and then you have an authority, as you may read yourself, you have an authority to do the appointment, but it will incorporate everybody. I think these are the two sides being said. So I don't want us to... This is what I'm saying. I said, what I'm saying is, if you are going by that, you must state here, in the act.
That's why it's very simple. We limit to the association.
No, but on a minority, there are two sides. Remember, we have two sides. One side is segregational, that's accepted. Some others will not be part of it. And we are making law to encourage everybody. But the problem is, it must be organized. This is what we are saying, it must be organized. Because if it is not organized, if you say you want 2 or 3, who will bring the 2? I think these are the two sides, but let's appreciate the two sides and then come out. I have with me, I think you have the Constitution. You can just I can just make a reference to look at section 145. Section 145, sub D, 1D. There are suggestions that we pick that up. Section 145, subsection 1D of the 1997 Constitution.
That was what I was trying to reference, is the Judicial Service Commission.
It reads, a legal practitioner, he said there shall be a Judicial Service Commission which shall consist of, 1. D is a legal practitioner of at least 5 years standing at the Gambia Bar, nominated by the Attorney General in consultation with the Gambia Bar Association. That's the 1997 Constitution. What they are saying in short is, in this particular B, you will say a legal practitioner, not only a legal practitioner, a list of 5 or 10 years standing, qualified to be of the bar, standing at the Gambia Bar, nominated by the Attorney General in consultation with the Gambia Bar Association.
Chair.
Yes?
Chair.
All right.
Chair.
We will give, no, just put your tag up. Honorable Deputy Speaker, Combo South, Kiang, and then Bikama South.
Honorable Chair, if you want to go by the section that you read now, the Constitution is telling us that we must not discriminate. That is why the Constitution is saying a member of the Gambia Bar, and it stops there. Oh, wait, please. That's what the Constitution said, to be appointed by the Attorney General. And the Constitution recognizes the association as an organized association. To say then, if the Attorney General is to appoint any Gambian who is a member of the Gambia Bar, he can consult the association. That's me. No, wait. No, please.
Honorable, don't bother yourself by listening to their comments.
The constitutional provision is very clear. It says to appoint a member of the Gambia Bar. That's where it stops. That means the constitution do not want to discriminate. You can be a member of the Gambia Bar, but you are not a member of the association. In consultation, because that one is an association organized, but just in consultation. But you are not bound. The appointment will not be done by the Bar Association, and the Attorney General will not appoint from the Gambia Bar Association, rather from any Gambian who is a member of the Gambia Bar. That's what the Constitution is saying. Okay. Speaker, I think now we should go and vote.
Honorable member for
Honorable Chair, I think these are two different institutions. They are different in nature, and their setup are also different. You cannot consider the judicial services and the Bar Association when it comes to the selection or nomination of commissioners to the anti-corruption bill. They are two different institutions, not equal. So this thing is by representation, and organized societies in the world for good governance. We need to follow the organized organization. There is no discrimination of people not being part of the Bar Association. If we want to do it, that is optional. For us at the level of the civil society organization, membership to Tango is not compulsory, it is optional. But when you are not there, you cannot be the voice of the civil society. So you have to be the voice of the Law Bar Association. You have to be a member to be the voice of the Bar Association, to be the voice of the lawyers. So you cannot be sitting on discriminatory on your own side and you want to be responsible.
Honorable member, I'm surprised. Are you a businessman?
I'm coming from civil society, 30 years of civil society. I know what organized institutions are. No, I'm coming from civil society, so I know how these institutions and organizations are operated internationally.
Yes. Honorable Chair, thank you very much for citing that section of the Constitution. For Constitution recognizing the Gambia Bar Association to be consulted in a process, that means something. Why is it not consulting any other parallel bar different from the Gambia Bar Association? The Constitution knew that there could be constituted by any other lawyers, but it still say in consultation with the Gambia Bar Association. Why doesn't it recognize any other parallel bar? So which means the Gambia Bar Association, which is organized and in fact bearing the name the Gambia Bar Association. If anybody constitute any other bar association, you give another name to it, but not the Gambia Bar Association.
Honorable member for Brikama,
yes,
Brikama South.
Thank you so much, Chairman. I think the constitutional provision is very clear in respect to the Gambia Bar Association, where it is trying to avoid that particular session. 145D is trying to avoid the issue of discrimination, which we are in line. But the AG appointing has to consult the Gambia Bar Association. To me, I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with that. Since he is going to consult, consulting the Bar Association.
Honorable Wooley.
Yes, Chair. I would not have order.
Full member for Wooley, please go ahead.
I would not have much problem with the provision cited, but you know, we are dealing with something. We are dealing with this anti-corruption. So if government has a representative there, that is the Personal Management Office as a representative, then we are talking about the Bar Association having a representative. Then we say the Chamber of Commerce and Industry also have, because the business side also have a representative, and two representatives of civil society. So the Bar Association being mentioned there, if it means that my problem is the Attorney General appointing the representative of the Bar Association. So that's why I'm not comfortable with that, because this is anti-corruption. This is about anti-corruption.
With your permission, Honorable Speaker, I think we should just understand that we are talking about not the commissioners, we are talking about just the vetting committee.
Yes,
and when they do their vetting,
very important.
When they do their vetting, it all comes for National Assembly approval. So this is a committee, because the process suggested here, advertisement will be made. People who are interested will submit their applications. This committee, more or less, their task is clerical. It's just to make a shortlist. And when they do the shortlisting, it will come here for endorsement in the end anyway. So I don't know whether you should.
The role of the vetting committee.
Honorable member for Pony Councillor.
Yes, maybe we have divergent views in this. My own take is this. This is a vetting committee. Now, as per the state constitution, I think it's very clear. If we say that the Bar Association, in which the constitution is not starting the Bar Association, it started somewhere. My argument here is this. Let's use the constitution and we maintain the status quo of consultation. So I believe it is a clear thing and it's specific. But here, if we said Gambia Bar, I can also raise myself that the constitution said the bar should be consulted, but not paramountly been stated Bar Association. So I think let's work with the constitution, we are fine to go. This is my argument, definitely. It's very simple, definitely.
Thank you very much.
Chair.
Yes.
Chair. Sarakunda, Chair. The Attorney General knows exactly well this is public funds. The drafters, the spirit here is to represent the public, not a personal representation. That's why they choose to write like the Bar Association. If not, it will be a personal representation.
Yeah, thank you very much. Here we are making laws. And this law that we are making, it is not compulsory.
Honorable Chair.
No, point of observation.
Yes, thank you very much. What I'm saying here is...
Honorable members, let's have order, please. Let's have order. Yes?
Looking at the constitution have clearly give us a room, and we should capitalize on that, because the law we are making here, we don't want to leave, because it's not also a mandatory for every practitioner to be part of the association. And here, we want to give a clear opportunity for everybody. So that's why the constitution have come in place to say. But when we say member of the Bar Association, there are people practicing that are not members of the association. So,
honorable members, what I have observed.
Can you please allow?
Yes, I gave you a chance. That's very strong. I never gave you a chance. Say this particular one. Today I gave you a chance. It's not today. It's not today. It's not today.
Different session. It's a different session.
You know what I want to say, honorable members. It looks like we are between two sides. This side and that side. This side and that side. And each side are given convincing all what is necessary to convince others. We still are hanging in the balance. We will continue that way until at the end when we may not reach a compromise. Yes, can we hear the member for Kiang?
No, Sami. Thank you, Chair. What I want to say is that let us vote on this issue, because we want representatives to be from an organized institution. So therefore, let us vote on Bar Association.
Yeah, you know, if you observe, I take voting to be a last resort. If we are all open-minded. Because if I hold on to something, somebody comes in with something that is very suggestive, very probably better than what I had thought or cleared my doubts. I should be able to shift my opinion through information. That's why we allow information sharing. But honorable members, it will look like we have to now vote.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, can we exhaust all? Let's exhaust the discussion, please. Member for Banjul North. Let us not vote right now.
Time.
I am now.
Banjul.
We have
Banjul North, no,
honorable members. We have taken almost the whole time on a simple thing like this.
Honorable Chair, can we solve this and come back?
Nobody is going to say anything different from what has not been said. So, honorable members, we are going to vote.
Honorable Chair, can we please take a little bit time? Somebody want to contribute?
No. Honorable member for Banjul North, you spoke here. Did you speak Banjul North?
Yes, I did, but somebody want to contribute. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I have no problem with the constitution here on this section, but then if it is to name about in consultation with the Bar Association, could be also in order to avoid this segregation, associations, registered associations, registered bar associations in the legal, because you are all from the Attorney General. He has said that there could be some other organizations that are about to be registered, so it will be broader.
Thank you very well. Yes, Honorable Combo.
Honorable Chair.
Combo East. Combo South.
Honorable Chair.
Then Lower Salu.
Honorable Chair, I think we are mixing apples and oranges.
Sorry. Honorable members, please, let's have order. Let's listen. Please, let's listen.
Honorable Chair, we are mixing apples and oranges together. They cannot be in the same basket here. The Judiciary Services is different from the Anti-Corruption Commission. You cannot bring them to be in line. They are different entities. Honorable Speaker, the drafters know why they put the Gambia Bar Association, because as far as we are concerned now, the most prominent organization, institution that is dealing with law, the rule of law in this country is the Gambia Bar Association. The Gambia Female Lawyers Association is not 6 years old. So most of all those members of the Gambia Female Association are members of the Bar Association. So please, let's go ahead and leave the work.
It's an independent body.
Independent body. Lower Salu.
Honorable Chair. Yes, I also agree on the members. And again, let's not see the Attorney General. You understand? Let's not see him as the person holding the position. And again, there's a constitutional provision. Now, you take your powers, we vote on this issue. Let's vote.
All right, Honorable, yes.
Honorable Chair, my position is very clear, that we choose the Gambia Bar and not the Bar Association. And if that's the case, we just vote and move on.
Honorable Chair, I think we are wasting more time because we have a lot to do now. Because here we are avoiding the discrimination, and the Constitution have clearly spelled it out. So it's just in consultation with the bar. If we try to maintain bar association, it means we are discriminating others, and in future we expect a lot of associations coming in as legal partners. So please, let's go and do the voting and we move ahead. Because even by now, the lawyers, female lawyers association, some of them are not part of the bar.
Who is at the corner there?
Janjamure, exactly. Speaker, I think at where we are, we should be able to progress. This issue has been dragging, and let's also understand that we are legislating laws, and this is not meant to actually serve or propose as individuals, but it is a document that is meant to serve a purpose of a generation even yet to be born. Therefore, For me, I want to recommend that we have the Gambia Bar Association to be represented than just the bar. Thank you.
Yes. This is the last one we will take, and we will go into voting.
Yeah, that is going to nail the COVID. I think, honestly, many commissions, if you make reference, their composition representation is the Bar Association. Many of them, when the legal fraternity is supposed to be represented, they said the Bar Association. Make reference to any of these things. No, I'm coming. Hey, please. Are you the care? Now, Honorable, I think people should not confuse themselves with what minister is making reference. Minister is making reference to the composition of the Judicial Service Commission. Let's not say that the Constitution said this and that. The Constitution did not say anything about this anti-corruption. Minister is just making to compare. Here, as the member for Kombosa rightly put, we don't have to mix apples with oranges. We don't want minister to have any hand in this. This is about anti-corruption. It should be totally independent. The minister should not have any consultation. He should not have any hand in it. Honorable care. Let it be the Bar Association, period.
Yeah, he cannot convince me. Let's go into voting. He cannot convince me.
Speaker Mike.
Yeah, when we are going to court, look for a good lawyer to back you, you know. So, honorable members, I think we have to conclude.
Honorable Chair, one more time.
No, you know, if I give out, I said no, and then the member for Sami came up, and then I gave everybody. And I said the last one was the minority. And now you are putting it up. Now this time we are going to vote. Honorable members, we have two options. What is here is the Bar Association. Contrarily, is what was read from the Constitution. So what is here is what we are going to vote for. Those who believe, those who believe that the vetting committee shall comprise a representative of B, the Bar Association, that should stay there. Those who believe that we should leave it as the Bar Association, please raise your hands or your tags. Now, those who want 1B, is it 1B? It's, no, 6B. 6B to be replaced by this provision. A legal practitioner of at least 5 years standing at the Gambia Bar, nominated by the Attorney General in consultation with the Gambia Bar Association. Those who want it that way, please raise your tags up.
Speaker, I want to observe that others are raising 2 tags at the same time.
Member for Kansala. Don't do that.
Invalid vote. Those who raise 2 invalid.
Honorable members, the results. Those who want the provisions the Bar Association be retained are 16, 1-6. Those who want the constitutional provision, a legal practitioner of at least 5 years standing, etc., they have 21. So now, let's move now that 6(2), 6B will read as amended. D. Yes.
I know it's a done deal, but I think really, with all due respect, it's either you or the minister is misleading. Because Section 145 is talking about the composition of a Judicial Service Commission. And when we are voting, you mention the same thing. This is not the anti-corruption, it's Judicial Service Commission.
I think you are making serious allegations. Yes, I'm coming. I never told you that what I was reading in the 1997 Constitution was for the formation of anti-corruption. I never told you that. We were borrowing, even last time here, we borrowed something from somewhere and we brought it. So you cannot make that allegation. We said, and I think all the members who don't want it said it, that this is the formation of Judicial Service Commission. Apples and these things cannot be put together. So how can we mislead people? No, that is not correct, my brother.
But you borrowed the same, you said the same thing. Exactly.
That's normal. They are saying that let's borrow that leaf from the Constitution regarding the composition of the Judicial Service Commission. You have the right to say no, or you say yes. But don't tell us, no. Honorable, did I ever tell you that that was for the composition?
Chairman, when you are reading that, you exactly picked from this, exactly, and presented it to us.
You don't understand.
That's why I said you are misleading us.
No, that is from here. That is a wrong statement.
No, it is not. You picked it from here.
I picked it from the 1997.
So I was saying, therefore, you are misleading us. I said either you or the minister.
Honorable Chair.
Please. If I'm going to mislead people, I'm going to tell them something that is not true. I never told you that. When this was pointed to me, I told you that I told all of you make reference to the 1997 Constitution. You have it. And then you looked at it. I told you Section 45, subsection D. It is the composition of the Judicial Service Commission. We can borrow it out. That is the suggestion. And then members said here that we cannot borrow, we cannot mix the two. You were here. They said it very clear that the two cannot be mixed. So you are instead misleading us.
Are you one misleading?
No, you are. No, you are, because you are making a statement. You are making a statement that is not correct. No, honorable members, let's be very honest here. He made very clear statements. You cannot just come and make those allegations. Because I never said that.
Chair.
No, you made that statement. Who is saying let's continue? No, you brought it up.
Honorable Chair.
No, unless you accept that you are wrong.
Honorable Chair.
I think with due respect, Honorable Madi Sise also mislead us.
All right, honorable members, You see, honorable members, let's avoid using emotions. And let's avoid making, please, honorable members, unsubstantiated statements, avoid it. And let's not allege against each other. All those who participated in debate against changing it knew very well that this was borrowed from the Judicial Service Commission. And they have made it very clear that apples and oranges cannot be put together. So we cannot make that statement.
Yeah, now let's move.
All right. It is proposed that clause 3, establishment of the Gambia Anti-Corruption Commission, as amended, stand part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Is what? Honorable members, so far we have agreed to close at 5:30, and I am having proposals for amendments on clause 4, and there are various proposed amendments that may take us another 1 hour. So before all that, I think we adjourn until tomorrow. So can you keep this? Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Chairman. Yeah.
Honorable members, so consideration is suspended.